More than smoke, cash in the trade with the truth we hold. Dark telling dark, real men talk about the weight on they souls. More than smoke, cash that light, but we don't hide when the days feel cold. More than smoke, we burn it down so we can build back whole. It's just more than smoke.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of More Than the Smoke, where status disappears but the smoke stays the same. I am your host, Jaman, and this is episode 8, session number 7, and I'm excited to be here with you on this evening. I'm trying something out. We're gonna see how the sound in this will turn out with the mic being up here. I've never done it this way, but anyway, again, I'm excited to be with you. And hopefully, if you've come by this channel and you enjoy the content, my hope is that you will like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button every time I upload a new video. This week has been a long week. It has been it has been a trying week, emotionally. But I made it. I'm here again to make this good content for you. And we're going to get into it. So I got a cigar that I've never smoked before that I want to introduce to some. Some of you may have smoked it before. I've not. So this will be my first time smoking it. Give me 1 second. Let me get it out the cellophane here. I am smoking a Indian head. Hopefully you can see that. An Indian head Rough Rider. It is, or it has, give me a second here. I had some notes. ChatGPT has provided me with these notes. And so it may be absolutely correct, and it might be a little off. I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. Dominican Republic origin, Mexican San Andreas Maduro wrapper, has a Mexican San Andreas binder, Dominican Piloto Cubano, and Criollo 98 filler. It is a mild to medium, or mild medium to medium flavor, low moderate nicotine, just the way I like it. Let me see, what else does it have? I was looking at something. Could feel like a good everyday stick. It could not fancy but enjoyable, not box worthy for you. Now, see, ChatGPT, boy, it be making comments and things and don't even know. I'll be the judge of that, whether it's box worthy or it's humidor worthy. But anyway, it's my first time smoking this stick, and if you come across this content and you enjoy the things I've talked about so far, then hopefully you will pick up a stick and enjoy this episode. Again, this is episode 8, session 7. Today's date is really not important, but I'll give it anyway. Today is March 21st, 2026. And earlier today, in terms of an update on the creation or the building of the channel, I'm almost finished with the template for all of the previous episodes. And so that is the still visual for More Than the Smoke. That's the music. I got theme music for it. Shout out to my brother, Track Roberts, for creating the I say soundtrack, creating the theme song for More Than the Smoke. And so hopefully by the time that this channel is public, you will, if you come across the content, you will be hearing on every episode, you'll be hearing the More Than the Smoke theme song for the channel. Anyway, I'm almost finished with the music, the still visual, what else? The disclaimer, and I think the last thing I did in CapCut, I'm using CapCut to build the template that goes on top of the videos. And I've added like the first episode. And so I'm almost done. I create one template, and the only thing I have to change is the background music. But I created one time, and then going forward, some kind of way, I'll figure it out. ChatGPT will help me. I will be able to insert the template onto every episode going forward, and that is how you will be able to come to like or maybe even love the content, because it'll be complete. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and smoke this. As I have said in previous episodes, what determines the length of this video is how long it takes me to smoke this stick. This is an Indian head Rough Rider 6x50, 50 gauge, 6-inch, and this is my first time smoking it, and so I'm looking forward to seeing what notes are in it. I'm not one for identifying notes, but if the smoke is creamy, whether that's creamy in my mouth or if the smoke is just nice and, full and I don't know, I say creamy. I'll know. If I enjoy the stick, then I'm committed to the stick. I'm gonna smoke it down to, maybe the nub, or, where I can't stand it no more. I envy those aficionados and those who've been smoking cigars longer than me, who can smoke the cigar all the way down to, within inches, a few inch or inches of the nub. More power to you. I'm not there yet. But anyway, I've not been, as I've said in previous content, I've said in previous videos, I've not been in the cigar culture long, but in the time that I have been in it, I've learned a lot about myself, learned a lot about life, and I enjoy it. It slows me down, and I've been looking forward to smoking all week. So I think, my thing is, I will smoke anywhere from 1 to 2 a week. Never get up past that. And I do it at the end of the week after I've been working all week. Again, it slows me down, allows me to reflect, and get my thoughts out and everything. So that is the cigar content part, or piece. Tonight's conversation is entitled Tweak and Adjust. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to talk about what that has meant, what those two words have meant to me this week. That's the conversation. That's literally the conversation, transformation. Hopefully I will say something that will inspire you, something that will encourage you for where you may be. Maybe, things have gotten a little out of hand, and before they get out of control, sometimes we have to hunker down and tweak and adjust the things that we are endeavoring to encounter. And so that's what this is gonna be about. Let me go ahead and light up this smoke, and then we'll get right into it. Ooh, it would help, right? It would sure enough help. I'm so in a hurry, I ain't even cut it. It would help if I cut it. Let's see. Oh, wrong side. Oh man, I'm just real. I'm gonna try just one. Sweet tip. I see that off the rip. Sweet tip. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yep. All right. All right, there we go. Got that lit. Again, it's got a sweet tip. Kind of reminds me of a tobacco. So, yeah. We'll see how long that lasts. My drink of choice tonight is what is this? 1800 coconut mixed with some rum chata. Say what you want. Don't knock it till you try it. I made it, concocted it up one Christmas on just messing around. And I've loved it ever since. So it's either rum chata or sometimes it's even Bailey's. But in this case tonight, it is mixed with rum chata, and I got my water. So I like that. All right. I like that. All right, so let's get into it. Tweak and adjust. I have been working on a lot of things lately. Projects are what I'm calling them. I'm working on more than the smoke right now. Building it up, building momentum, and I'm juggling a lot of things, a lot of emotions, a lot of things on my mind. Working and just thinking about stuff that I have not yet completed, or I have not yet accomplished. And what I began to find was that before things got out of control, I felt that I needed to slow things down, take inventory, right? Take inventory of everything that I'm trying to accomplish. And hence the title of this episode is Tweak and Adjust. So before things get out of hand on all the different things that I'm working on, the different things that I'm concerned about, some stuff I'm even worried about, and I don't need to worry. But the whole thing was to take inventory of everything that I'm trying to accomplish and tweak and adjust. Another way is just to say make some adjustments. I'm reminded real quick of a good friend of mine's from Washington State. He was a minister. He is a minister. As far as I know, he's still a minister. Hank Shepherd is his name, Hank Shepherd. And when I just said the word tweak and adjustment, I remember from years ago, this is like 20 years ago. I could see his hands. He had these little fat hands, and I have to give some of the credit of the title of this to him, because it was him who was Hank Shepard, who at one point was telling me, this is back in my younger days, when I'm in my mid-20s, and he's saying, sometimes you just gotta tweak. You just got to tweak the things that you are working on, things that you're doing, things, goals that you're trying to accomplish. Sometimes you just got to tweak it a little bit. And so that's what this topic is about, just tweaking. Nothing needs to be destroyed. Nothing needs to be, stopped, or the brakes have to be put on for anything that I'm doing, or anything that I'm endeavoring to do. It is simply, some of the stuff just needs some adjustments. I'm working on, I've created a budget, right? I've created a budget, and it feels good. Let me tell you something. It feels so good to know that I got jobs for all my monies, right? I'm not perfect at it, but I'm consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely consistent with it every week. I like that. That's good. Real quick, if you come by this channel and you're enjoying the content, let me know in the comments if you have smoked a Indian head. This is my first time smoking one, and I'm enjoying it so far in this first third. As I keep smoking it, now this is the Rough Rider Maduro, so it's a little darker, a little richer, but I am definitely enjoying it so far. And so leave your notes in comments, and tell me if you've smoked an Indian head before. Which Indian head have you smoked? Like I said, this is my first one. And if it continues to be as good as it is right now, it won't be my last one. I'll definitely be looking forward to smoking another one. See, I like that smoke. I like that smoke. That's creamy smoke. That to me is creamy smoke. I might be off on, creamy. The creaminess of the smoke is, from what I've heard, is what it feels like in your mouth as you hold it in your mouth. I don't base it on that. I base it on the thickness of the smoke. It's not. I haven't tasted any pepper yet. Don't know if there's any. If there will be any pepper notes in there. I'm not a pepper bomb kind of dude. I'm not a pepper forward kind of dude. I don't like spiciness. However, I feel like over time I will. I may investigate, or I may step out into the deep a little bit and try to improve my palate. As of right now, I like creaminess. I like mild to medium, maybe medium to full, depending on the stick, and that's what I like. And what I'll quickly say is, there are so many cigars out here. That's the cool thing about it, is that everybody can have their preference, and you do what works for you. You know what I'm saying? So, what are we talking about? Tweak and adjust. So, with everything that I am working on, everything that I'm endeavoring to accomplish, I found it necessary because I was getting a little discouraged. I was kind of losing focus of what the big picture is. I have been on, I will say, the road back. I've been on the road back to who I was meant to be, who I'm called to be, you know, since the passing of my wife in 2022. And it's been a rough time. Not saying it to say like I'm the only one going through something. No, I'm just simply acknowledging that it's been hard. It's been rough. But God, he has been faithful to this brother. You know what I'm saying? And I am definitely grateful for that. So this title is fitting for everything that I've been through, everything I'm still coming through, and everything that God is bringing me through, right? That along the way of all the different things that I've been endeavoring to accomplish in my life, I've had to tweak some areas. I've had to make some adjustments. And it wasn't always necessarily easy or whatever. Sometimes it was difficult, but I say, but God, he's been good. He's been faithful. And he's been good to me. I'm just saying he's been good to me. I don't say make this next statement to brag or anything like that, pop my collar, nothing like that. But I know I don't look like what I've been through. And so I am just grateful to God for him helping me to get through everything, all the loss, the loss of my wife. I say the loss of my in-laws, not that any of them passed on, but the fact that we're not family like we used to be. We're not close like we used to be. And it remains to be seen yet in terms of whether or not there will be a reunion of some type. I don't know. I have had hope over the years. But at times I just kind of let it go and move on in life. You know what I'm saying? I don't cry over spilt milk. I just clean it up and pour me another glass. Yeah, this is real good. I don't think there's no pepper inside, but this is real good. I probably will say it in every episode, somewhere within the episode that I've made mention of it in previous episodes, that if I'm really enjoying a stick, if I'm really enjoying my cigar, then it's definitely band worthy. I'm gonna write on the back of the band, especially if there's some reflective thoughts that come with it. I think for this one, I'm gonna write the episode on here, tweak and adjust, right? And that's what'll go on the back of this, and I'll add it to the collection of other bands that I have of cigars and things that I've smoked. So I look forward to writing on the back of that and get down to it. So yes, tweak. Sometimes you have to tweak and adjust, make adjustments in the things that you are endeavoring to encounter in life. Tweak it, just tighten it up a little bit, tighten up your shot group. For those of you who are firearms experts or whatever, sometimes you gotta tighten up your shot group. Make adjustments. There's one military term. I'm a veteran, and so shout out to all the veterans out there who may come across this content if you like it. My hope is that you will like, share, and subscribe, and you hit that notification button for when I put out new videos. There's a military term for those who served in the Army in a tank. I don't know what it's like, a tank regiment or a tank crew. There's a term called adjust for fire, and that is when you are trying to hit the target and you're missing the target, or you're off of the target. Sometimes you have to adjust for fire, and that is you have to tweak and make adjustments. Make adjustments to to the left, from the left to the right, or the right to the left, up and down, to make sure that you can hit the target. And so I liken that term to life, right? And the things that, any one of you may be endeavoring to accomplish in life. Sometimes you have to adjust for fire. I don't want to be just out here wasting time. Again, with the use of that term, we don't want to just be, burning up ammunition, and never hitting the target. And so we stop, and we have to adjust for fire. We do the same thing in life. And that's what I'm learning how to do, is to adjust for fire, tweak and make adjustments in my life. Tighten up on my budget, on the way in which I'm using my budget, being honest with myself when I'm not being faithful or good, or, doing right with my budget. The cool thing is I can't blame nobody, about where my money is or where my money went or whatever. It's on me, you know what I'm saying? And so those of you, hold on one second. Yeah. Those of you who are endeavoring to get out of debt, go to school, whatever, save up for vacation. It takes planning. It takes discipline. It takes consistency. And I'm learning all that. I'm learning how to be consistent. I'm learning how to implement discipline in my life. And at one point, I thought that I didn't have discipline. I would get down on myself. I'll beat myself up because there was no follow through in my life. I would get excited about things, start a project, be excited about it, but somewhere in the interim of it, life would start lifing. I would experience some discouragement, and I would quit. I wouldn't follow through. And so with everything that I am endeavoring to accomplish and that I'm currently working on, I'm learning how to follow through. I'm taking my time. I'm not in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? And I'm enjoying the maturity that's taking place in my life, the progress that I'm making, the maturation that is taking place in my life. You know what I'm saying? What I'm learning about myself. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all in the need sometimes to tweak and adjust. And so that's what I'm doing. Let's pull on the stick a little bit. I invite you to share in the comments what you may be smoking tonight. Share in the comments what you might be drinking tonight. You might just be drinking water. More power to you. You might be drinking tea. It's all good. Not here to say you gotta drink anything. Hopefully you're just enjoying the conversation. You're enjoying what it is I'm talking about. And let's see. I'm almost 28 minutes in. I hope I've said something already that's been encouraging to you and for you, and just based on the topic, tweak and adjust, because sometimes it is necessary. So I think I was saying a little while ago, there's been a lot of loss in my family. I lost my wife in 2022. She passed away. She had polycystic kidney disease. And without going into too much detail, without going into any detail, she just became really sick. And one thing led to another, and it was kind of a downhill from there, in that she was in the hospital, and over a period of time, she transitioned. And it was hard for my family and I. It was hard for my in-laws. And it's still hard, for those of you who've lost loved ones, You know, if not every day, every other week, every other month or year, you know, we go through in missing our loved one, you know, missing our families and things of that nature. So that's good. That's good. So yeah, I lost my wife in 2022. Lost a good friend of mine's. He was my dispatcher. I'm a truck driver, and for about 2 years, well, let me kind of go back because I'm sharing a lot right now in this little space of time. I got on with my company back in 2013, and from 2013 to about 2021, I worked for the company, and then I left the company and started my own company. Let me see. Probably in another episode, I'll wear that hat, and you know, where I got some hats made for my old company or whatever. I wear those hats to work periodically. And so left my company in 2021 and started my own trucking company. Had my own truck and everything, and was out there for about 2 years. I had the best. I had one of the best dispatchers ever. Rest in peace, Jason Dobson. That was my dude. And so I lost him in 2024. He tragically passed away. And then last year, 2025, I lost my dad. So for me in my life, there's been a lot of loss. There's been a lot of grieving going on. Been grieving relationships, people that I thought would be in my life forever, so to speak. They're not there anymore. They're not in my life anymore. So, you know, been grieving relationships and things of that nature. But along the way, I've been learning a lot about myself. Been in therapy 2 years, almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years if we make it there. It'll be 2 years in August that I've been in therapy, and have graduated from survival mode to thriving mode, and endeavoring to make progress in every area of my life. So I'm working on a lot, you know, working on this podcast, getting myself in position, you know what I'm saying, to find, you know, be in a relationship. You know, a brother want to be married. Single life and celibacy is not for me. You know what I'm saying? I desire to be married. I need to be married. You know what I'm saying? So I'm endeavoring to, you know, get into that as well. A lot going on in my life. And as I said, instead of me becoming unnecessarily overwhelmed by everything that I've been dealing with, I found it necessary that I needed to slow down and make some tweaks, you know, and so make some adjustments, tweak and adjust the things that I am working on, so that I can accomplish those things. Learning a lot about, I'm doing more in this endeavor on YouTube, in this channel. This is not my first time on here. If you have become a subscriber already, you have heard me say that several times throughout various episodes, that this is not my first time on YouTube. I had a channel back in 2024. I made about, it looks like I made about 5 or 10 episodes, but life started lifing. I started getting overwhelmed, discouraged, and I quit. I didn't follow through. The lack of follow through was something that I struggled with for quite a while. And so I am endeavoring to work through that and do just that. Follow through with the things that I'm doing. Again, I'm not in a hurry, but I'm definitely working on the discipline that is necessary, the consistency that is necessary, and by making those short steps, taking those short steps is allowing me to get closer and closer to accomplishing what it is I'm after. And that one is the building of this channel. All right, let me get into this stick a little bit more. If I had to, if I had to identify some notes, I would say cocoa, coffee, not cedar. It's definitely chocolatey. For Maduro, it's definitely chocolatey, and then just the creaminess of the smoke. I'm really enjoying that. So I wouldn't say I'm an aficionado by no means. I've not been in the culture long, but I am grateful for the culture, for the cigar culture. It helped me at a time in my life when I was very antisocial. I wasn't going out. I would work Monday through Friday. I would work all the way till Saturday morning, get off on Saturday morning, get me something to eat, come into my apartment, and I wouldn't leave until Monday night when it was time for me to go back to work. I got tired of that. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of that, and I had to do something different. And so one of the things I realized was that wasn't nobody coming to get me. And that's no disrespect to nobody. Wasn't nobody coming to get me. And so I had to get out of this house. I had to break the pattern of being antisocial. And so I had been wanting to get into the cigar culture for some time. And I remember it was probably a Saturday night. One Saturday night, I got up the courage, I got dressed, and went down to the lounge it became my home lounge. Not been down there in a while, but still, it's my home lounge. I enjoy the ambiance, the people, the energy of the place and stuff, and that is Cigar City Club down here in Sandy Springs, Georgia. And so on that Saturday in something like, I think it was late August or early September, I went on down there and, introduced myself, to those who were present at the time or whatever. And that's where I started hanging out. That's what broke the pattern of me being antisocial. And that was my official inaugural, or I don't know how you say that, my official inaugural into the cigar culture. And slowly over time, I started, kind of building a small collection of cigars and all that kind of stuff, and got a humidor and all that kind of stuff. And as I said, I smoke cigars to slow down. It slows me down for reflection, processing thoughts, and all that kind of stuff. And I've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it so far. Now, here's what I'll say about this stick. I have a 13-point rating that I give each of my cigars. I don't always use all 13 points, but I'll write on the like that. That's where I write on the back of the bands. And I'll use the in telling you what how I rate or grade my cigar experience. I will use the phonetic alphabet to make it clear of what I'm saying. So if I write on the back of one of my sticks, let's say for this stick in particular, I'm going to write Delta Echo, DE. That stands for definitely enjoyed, right? So I write that on there, then I know I definitely enjoyed this stick. Whiskey Papa Alpha, that stands for will purchase again. So I'll write that on the back of the stick. Sierra Tango, I'll say smooth throughout. This cigar has definitely been smooth throughout. And then sometimes I'll put on there Sierra Lima Tango, which is stayed lit throughout. And that is what I'm talking about right now. I've not had to retouch this stick or relight it. That's good. It stayed lit throughout. So, no, it is not. This is not a box-worthy cigar. Let me speak to that. So I have box-worthy is a signature term that is used in the industry of cigars. And then I say humidor worthy as well, meaning if it's box worthy, that means, if the cigar is box worthy, that means I'm gonna buy a box at some point, in the future. This cigar is so good, I would buy a box and, keep it in my humidor. But sometimes the smoke ain't all that. In this case, that's what this is. And it ain't all that. I'm enjoying it. So I wouldn't say it's box worthy. But if I said it was humidor worthy, what humidor worthy to me means, that means I will buy a minimum of 5 sticks, all the way through to the max of 10 sticks, and I'll keep them in my humidor. I would not necessarily say this particular Indian head is humidor worthy. However, I'm definitely enjoying it. I will purchase it again. And I don't know, what I'm saying? I might just purchase a couple, 2 or 3 at a time. I believe they have this in the Connecticut. So I'll definitely look forward to smoking it in the Connecticut and seeing, what that's like. This is the Maduro, and like I said, I'll purchase it again. That's about the extent of it. Okay, so I'm in the the first third. I'm in the middle third. I think I'm getting some pepper. Now, it's either I'm getting a little pepper or that smoke is just kind of getting caught in my throat somewhere, So that could be it. But I think I'm getting a little pepper in the middle third. But I'm definitely enjoying it. Definitely enjoying it. Let me give a couple of shout outs. I may give a couple of shout outs to the same people because I consistently watch them. These are YouTube content creators, cigar content creators, and one is not a cigar content creator. He is just an inspiration to all of us who are content creators. And I always want to give a shout out to him. And that is my man, It's Just Storm. I believe he is somewhere in New York. up north from here, from Georgia. And he is a great source of inspiration to all of us who are just starting out on YouTube, or just being content creators. He's always got a world of encouragement to give out to people and stuff. And so shout out to that brother. It's Just Storm on YouTube. He, like I said, is just very encouraging. He's been the reason sometimes why I've got on and made these videos, because he would be like, hey, you just got to make it. You know, you can't get away from it. You know, unless you make the video, no one's going to see it, you know, that kind of thing. And he's just very encouraging. And so I appreciate that, brother. Again, these are guys, again, that I follow. There's some other ones that I have to learn so that I can give them their flowers as well, in terms of them being inspirations, sources of inspiration and encouragement to me. And I just enjoy, I enjoy their content. Cigar Brother, as always, I always give a shout out to Cigar Brother. His name is Anthony. Anthony is somewhere in the Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area. Rise and grind. Enjoy that, brother. He is down in Southern California, enjoying that beautiful weather so far. That's what I've been hearing. And I always give a shout out to Smoke Free Cigars. I got to find out what that brother's name is. And he is in the DC area. I enjoy their content. Again, from tonight, I'm going to find out. I'm going to write down, I'll write it in my phone. You know what I'm saying? I'll have it in my phone next time for next week's episode, where I can give shout outs to some other guys that I follow on YouTube. And they are sources of inspiration, encouragement. My man, Cigar Life Banks here in the Atlanta area. I've said it before, saying it again. I have not had the privilege yet of meeting that brother, but hopefully soon I will. And I'll get some of his merch, you know what I'm saying? And I enjoy his content and the things that he is doing for the culture. Cigar Saint. That's another brother. That's another brother I've been watching. Cigar Saint. I'm not sure what area he lives in, but shout out to you, brother, Cigar Saint, for the content that you create. You be doing a lot of cigar hunts and finding rare cigars, and that brother can buy some boxes of cigars. I don't know what he do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his job is or whatever his career or his profession is, but that's a brother that can buy some boxes of cigars and stuff. And so shout out to you, Cigar Saint, and the beautiful content that you create. All right. I've been on here almost 50 minutes and 48 minutes right now. And hopefully I've said something that has encouraged you in case you find yourself trying to get control of the things that you are endeavoring to accomplish in life. Sometimes you may not have to throw it all out, right? But sometimes you just have to tweak it. Sometimes you just have to make some adjustments. Whether that's to your budget, to your health, whatever it is you are endeavoring to do in life. Sometimes all it needs is a tweak and an adjustment. And that's what I'm learning to do, is to make tweaks here and there, adjustments here and there, so that all of the things that I'm endeavoring to accomplish in life can get accomplished. Doing a lot, 49 minutes. I'm in the middle third. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. And again, if you enjoyed this content, I ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button every time I put up a new video. As of the creation of this video. This is episode 8, session 7. I call our time together a session, a smoking session, or a drinking session. You drinking water, you're whatever it is you are enjoying in terms of drinking or whatever. I call these sessions. I hope that there's been something that I've said that has been encouraging for you, that has inspired you. I'm hoping I've said something to encourage you to do the same thing. Make tweaks, make small adjustments to the things that you are endeavoring to accomplish in life, and in no time flat, you will have exceeded, the things that you are after, in trying to endeavor to accomplish in life, and you will max out, in those areas and accomplish what it is you are after. That's what I'm simply trying to say. So I'm signing off. This is my name is Jamon, and this has been another episode of More Than the Smoke, where status disappears but the smoke stays the same. This has been episode 8, session 7, and I'm still making those tweaks and adjustments in how I'm building the templates for the music that will be in every future episode. Disclaimer, all that. I'm doing more now than I did before. I said this a little while ago. Let me add a little clarity and context to something I was trying to say earlier. 1 second. All right, now I might have to do a little touch up. Sidebar. So here's something I do. No big deal, right? It's just something I do in order to make an adjustment on my cigars. So I'll take a guillotine cutter, and when it starts, the smoke starts, the ash starts being so thick or whatever that is causing the stick to go out, I'll cut around it with the guillotine cutter, cut back a little bit so that I can light it again or relight it, and then that allows for me to finish up the stick. Here we go. All right, so let me see if I can remember what I was just about to say. I was on here once before in 2024, made several videos. Life began to life. I got discouraged and I quit. In my making those videos, I didn't have no music, none of that. I always thought that I was, what I would have said about myself, or what I had said about myself, is that I'm not computer savvy, or I don't know how to use these apps and all that kind of stuff. And I'm working through that. I'm getting over that. Hence how I'm able to use Canva. I use Canva to make the still visual for my channel. I'm using CapCut to create the template for the music, my disclaimer, and the background music that's going to be featured on every episode going forward. And I used ChatGPT to help me to do that. I'm doing more this time in following through than I ever did before. And for that, I'm proud of myself. I'm grateful to God, and I'm proud of myself because I didn't quit this time. I'm endeavoring to continue to move forward and create this content. And so my commitment is that every week you'll get at least one video from me. That's enough for me. It doesn't cause me to be unnecessarily overwhelmed in any way. I have a whole week in which to experience life and go through or whatever, what I'm going to go through. And probably by the end of the week, I end up talking about something that I experienced during the week. Hence, the title of this episode session is Tweak and Adjust. Because in my life, I'm making some tweaks and adjustments so that I can accomplish the things in life that I am endeavoring to accomplish. All right, so pretty much I am in this middle third. Minimal, I would say minimal pepper, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my palate. Minimal, it's probably really none in there. Again, I would say this is not a box-worthy stick for me. This is not a humidor-worthy stick for me. However, I would purchase this stick again. And I look forward to smoking the Connecticut Indian Head Rough Rider and seeing what that's all about. I'm going to finish up this stick. Again, hopefully I've said something that has encouraged you, that has inspired you to do what you need to do to make those tweaks and adjustments in your life so that you can accomplish the things that you are endeavoring to accomplish. I believe that we have assignments. God has placed assignments on our life, and it is our responsibility to figure out what that assignment is in the earth and get about it. You know what I'm saying? We have gifts and talents and all that kind of stuff, and it is our responsibility, nobody else's, to figure out what those gifts and talents are and how, and it is our responsibility to figure out how we are to make our contribution in the earth. I believe this right here is a part of mine. Being on here, having you who enjoy cigars come on here, and smoke a little, drink a little, and enjoy the conversation. Again, hopefully I've said something that's encouraged you, that's inspired you, that is spurring you on to accomplish the things in life that you are endeavoring to do. And if that is the case, hey, to God be the glory. So with that, I'm gonna get out of here, but still finish up this stick, continue to enjoy the rest of my evening, and I will see you next time on here on More Than the Smoke. And you have an awesome week and continue to enjoy your weekend. Peace.